Ever find yourself trying to quit soda, but somehow that can always finds its way back into your hand a day or two later? If that sounds familiar, you're so not alone. It's a really common struggle. And in this explainer, we're going to dig into the hidden science that shows why these fizzy drinks have such a crazy strong hold on us.
And this kind of thing can sneak up on you when you least expect it. Just take this story from Anita Hummel. She never even drank soda as a kid. But then, just to be social, hanging out with friends who were all drinking Diet Coke, she started having one. And then another. Before she even realized what was happening, that casual little habit turned into a full-on addiction. Her story just goes to show how easily this can happen to pretty much anyone.
So that really gets to the heart of it, right? What is it about soda, and yeah, that includes diet soda, that makes it so incredibly tough to kick to the curb? Well, here's the thing. It's not just about willpower. Not at all. There's some pretty powerful science going on behind the scenes.
All right, so if we want to really get what's going on with this craving, we've got to look inside the can. Let's break down the key ingredients that are, pretty much designed to keep you coming back for more.
First up, the big one, caffeine. We all know it gives you that little jolt of energy, but the real kicker is what it does to your brain. It triggers the release of dopamine. That's the feel-good chemical that basically tells your brain's reward center, oh yeah, I like this, let's do that again. So your brain starts rewiring itself to chase that feeling, and pretty soon you build up a tolerance, which means you need more and more just to get that same effect.
Now, if you're drinking regular soda, you're getting a double whammy because sugar does the exact same thing. It also hits that dopamine button, creating this really nasty cycle. You drink a soda, your blood sugar goes through the roof, and then bam, it crashes, leaving you feeling tired and foggy and, you guessed it, craving another hit of sugar. In fact, some studies show sugar can be just as addictive as some pretty serious drugs.
And we're not talking about a little bit of sugar here. A single 12-ounce can of Coke is packing 39 grams of sugar. To give you a picture of that, imagine lining up 10 of those little white sugar cubes and eating them. That's what's in one can. It's more than the recommended daily limit for most adults, all in a single drink.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Phew, I drink diet soda, so I'm in the clear. Well, not so fast. Those artificial sweeteners are hundreds of times sweeter than actual sugar. All that intense sweetness can actually dull your taste buds, making you crave things that are sweeter and sweeter. Plus, there's growing evidence that they can really mess with your body's ability to even tell when it's hungry or full. And get this, it's not even just about the chemicals. Think about the carbonation. That fizzy, tingling feeling is a unique sensory experience that your brain starts to connect with that dopamine reward. Then you've got the billion-dollar marketing machine that has spent decades telling us that these drinks equal happiness, friendship, and fun. It's a powerful psychological pull.
So we know why it's so addictive, but now let's talk about what this habit is actually doing to you long-term. Because the consequences are serious, and they affect, pretty much everything, your body and your mind. You know that blood sugar roller coaster we talked about? Well, it's not just a quick up and down feeling. Over time, that can lead to insulin resistance and a seriously increased risk of type 2 diabetes. Weight gain is obviously a big one, both from the empty calories in regular soda and the messed up hunger signals from diet ones. And here's the really cruel irony. Even though you're drinking a liquid, soda can actually dehydrate you. The caffeine is a diuretic, which means it makes you lose more fluid.
And the damage goes even deeper. The phosphoric acid found in a lot of sodas can get in the way of your body absorbing calcium, which can weaken your bones over time. For your teeth, the 1-2 punch of acid and sugar is just a total disaster, eroding enamel and causing cavities. And that constant cycle of energy spikes and crashes, man, it can really take a toll on your mood, leading to irritability, fatigue, and just feeling blah.
Okay, that was a lot of bad news, but here's the really good news. The solution is simple, it's cheap, it's everywhere, and it is incredibly powerful. It's all about embracing the best alternative there is, plain old water. I mean, just look at this. It's not even a fair fight, is it? When you line them up side by side, wow. In every single category that matters for your health, from calories and sugar to actually hydrating you, water just wins. Hands down. No contest. There are literally zero downsides, only benefits.
So, the big question, how do you actually break free from this cycle? Look, breaking any habit is tough, I get it, but this is so doable if you have the right strategy. So let's walk through a totally practical guide to get you there.
Okay, first off, don't try to go cold turkey. That's a recipe for some wicked withdrawal headaches, and it can set you up to fail.
Instead, just gradually cut back. If you drink 3 cans a day, go down to 2 for a week, then 1. As you're cutting back, find some other drinks you actually like. Try sparkling water, maybe with a squeeze of lemon, or a cool herbal tea. Also, make sure you're just drinking more water in general, because a lot of times a craving is really just a sign of thirst. And finally, and this is a big one, ask yourself why you're reaching for that can. If it's for energy, maybe what you really need is a quick walk, or just a better night's sleep.
So here's what I want you to think about. The next time you're about to grab a drink, just pause for a second and ask yourself this question. Is this next sip going to actually fuel my body and help me feel good? Or is it just feeding that same old cycle of cravings and crashes? Because the power to change that habit, it's really in your very next sip.
Now, if you want to dive even deeper into this and get more great tips for living a healthier life, you should definitely go check out the blog over at Reluctant Low Carb Life. It's full of fantastic info.
And hey, if you found this explainer helpful, do us a favor and subscribe to our podcast and our YouTube channel. That way, you won't miss out on any of our future breakdowns. Thanks so much for tuning in.